Today, I want to dive into making connections between tables and fields in a Baserow database. Table connections help you to pull data together from different tables in a Baserow database. This lets you do calculations and get much better insights from your data. So let's get right into it. In the last video, we have left off with two different tables in our little campaign database. We had a contacts table holding various contacts, and we had a campaigns table which should hold data for marketing campaigns. To make our database more useful, I will add another table called sales and define some basic fields here. The first column I will change to an ID field and choose the type of a unique identifier here and hit save. The notes field I will change to revenue and make this one a number with 2 digits and a low negative. And the active field we don't really need, so I will make our first table connection here. I will just name this one contacts and make it a link to a table and choose our contacts table. And with this checkbox, I ensure that the connection is also available from the other side. So just hit save. And now I will just add some more rows so we have some data to work with. So you can see when I put a new row, each time a unique ID is automatically generated by Baserow. And here we just put some random revenue numbers. And now I can start to make the first connections to the contacts table. So I will just hit the plus sign here and I will make multiple connections to the customer Savina here. So maybe this one and maybe this one. And then I will just select some other random customers here. Mm. Now these rows in the sales table are connected to individual contacts we have in our contacts table. So when we head to our contacts table here and scroll all the way to the right, you can see the connection to the rows in the sales table here. And when we have a look at the contact Savina, you can see there are multiple connections in here. Now, let's get back to our sales table. And here I will make another connection to the campaigns table now. So I select link to table again, choose campaigns. And here again, I check to create the field also for the campaigns table and hit create. And now I will just make some random connections to the campaigns here. And when we go to our campaigns table, we can also see the connected sale rows in here. Let's get the table connections to work for us and gain some insights here. At first, I would like to know how many sales each campaign has generated. So I will just add a new field to the left here and name this one number of sales and make it of type count here. And here you can see Baserow prompts me for the linked table. So for now, this one is sales only, and I hit create. And as you can see, the summer sale campaign made 3 sales, the loyalty rewards also made 3, and the brand relaunch only made 1. And I would also like to know how much revenue each of the campaigns has generated. So we add another field to the left here and name this one total revenue. And this needs to be a roll-up field. And here Baserow will ask us again for the connected table. We select sales here. And now Baserow wants to know which field should be rolled up. So in this case, we take the revenue field. As you can see, there are different functions for different use cases. In our case, I will just take the sum functions because I want to sum up the revenue of the results and select sum. And I want to have 2 decimal places again, and I just hit create. And as you can see, the rollup field in combination with the lookup has summed up the revenue values from the sales rows. What also might be interesting is the average order value here. So I will just duplicate the field here. And now I will just edit the second one, name this one average order revenue. And here I just switch to the average function. And now you can see that Baserow calculated the average order value from the results here. On the contacts table, we can basically do the same. So we add another field to the left here, name this one total revenue, and select the rollup again, connect to the sales table, and choose the revenue and, of course, the sum function. And now we can see how much revenue each contact has generated. Connected fields and lookups in Baserow are also very useful to aggregate data. So in this example, it doesn't make very much sense because we have a very small database. But just for example purposes, I will show you what I mean quickly. So what I will do in our sales table here is I will just add a new field to the left and just make it a lookup field. Choose the context table and get the first name here. And now I'll just duplicate this one, change it here to the last name. And I will make another one and put this one to the email address. And as you can see, it's very easy to pull together data from various tables within your database. So there's really no limitation on how to use this. You could have 10 or 20 tables and pull as much data together as you need it. So when you have a bigger aggregated table like this, one use case, for example, is to make export of data out of your database for different target systems a lot easier. So for example, I could just go here and create another grid view, name this one export 1, and I will just make another one, name this one export 2. And now I can just make sure to only get the fields I need for my particular export use case. So for example, I go to hide fields here, and let's say I don't need the contact information and I also don't need the email address, for example. You can see Baserow has just hidden the fields and that's also indicated up here. And export 1 can look totally different really, because I can just say, okay, I don't need a first name and I don't need the revenue. As you can see, I can just switch between them and Baserow offers me the possibility just to export this view. So this will save a lot of work because you only see the data that's really relevant to this view, and this saves a lot of time and work really. So just to round this up a little bit, let's quickly go to our contacts table. And we had our contact Savina here, which had multiple sales. And if I open up the individual entry for her, I can see here I have the fields from the contact table. And down here I have the connection to the sales table. And I can easily just click here and I get the single entry from the sale. And of course I can change it here and modify things or add other things and so on. So for example, I can just change the campaign here and I can close this up again. And then I'm back into Savina's contact here. So this makes it also very easy to work with individual values and to really use the connections between the tables without opening and closing different things individually. So that's it for now on connected tables and fields. As you can see, this will help you structure and manage your data more easily, especially on larger databases and complex use cases. This will help you to keep your data organized within Baserow. In the next video, we will have a look into formulas and let the data work for you. So that's it for now. Bye.